everybody, it's Darren. I realized I haven't done one of these in a while, so I was thinking while I was driving this morning, go ahead and talk about a few things I was thinking, so that way I could get these daily thoughts a little more daily rather than monthly or whatever it is I am doing. But anyway, I've been reading a lot about somebody showed me this philosophy called Stoicism, and I'm sure some of you know what it is, but for those of you that don't, it's basically a philosophy of that you focus in and you worry about the things that you can control and don't worry or let go of the things that you can't control. So it'd be like if you walked outside to go to work or school or whatever, and it was too hot or too cold, and you let the weather ruin your day. You can't control the weather, so that's something you need to let go. You need to not let it ruin your day, and instead you worry about the things that you can control. And one of the things I really like is the idea of looking at your past, and all of us have good and bad things, successes and failures, but what they're saying, what the Stoics believed was that you're not going to be able to go back and change your past. So instead, look at your successes and your failures, look at the good things and bad things, learn from them, and then let that go, because you can't change it. You can't go back and fix it. All you can do is learn from it. And for me, excuse me, that's something that's really powerful to be able to actually let those things go, because all of us carry that baggage around with us, the things from our past. But instead saying, okay, why did this go right, or why did this go wrong, and learning from it, and then just, it's gone, let it go, and I'm focusing on now. But one of the other things, as I was reading this, there was one of the Roman philosophers who teaches Stoicism was talking about the different emotions that we experience in our lives, and how each one has its benefits and its upsides and downsides. And one of the things he talked about that really caught me off guard and really kind of stuck with me was as he went through the different emotions, happiness, sadness, he started talking about anger, and he talked about how anger is, he compared it to a mental illness, and he said that people may think that anger is useful and it can be helpful and this and that, and he said, but the other emotions enter your mind, or we experience them, and we can still think other thoughts, do other things. But when anger enters our mind, it's all-encompassing. It shuts everything else down. We can't think any other thoughts. We can't focus on anything else. All we can do is think and focus on whatever it is that we're angry about and what we should do about it. And so that was really powerful, because as he's talking about it, he's comparing it to mental illness, because when we're angry, we don't make good decisions. We end up making some of the most, messed up, stupid decisions, because we can't reason, we can't think about anything else. All we can think about is, I'm angry and I need to get revenge, or I need to destroy whatever it is that's making me angry. And so that's why I put in the title of this thing that anger makes you stupid, because it really does. I mean, think about it. You're not going to make your best decisions when you're angry. Instead, you're going to sit there and rush to judgments and rush to decisions and say and do horrible things. And there's people who have done just awful things in a moment where they were angry about something and lose control. So something that I've been doing for a while is that if and that's the thing too that's kind of weird, is that getting really angry sometimes is it's easy when it probably shouldn't be. And so I think because a lot of times our mind defaults to that as a defense. I don't want to feel this, or I don't want to think about this, or so you get angry or upset about it. But what I've started doing for a while now is if I'm like, upset or angry about something and I see it carrying into other things and decisions, and I'll stop and go, okay, why am I angry about this? And start thinking about, okay, well, what happened? Why am I angry about it? And most of the time it ends up being something completely ridiculous that's not worth being angry about. But you've let it steamroll into, I'm angry about this, and then your brain says, oh, okay, we're angry, so what else can we be angry about? Because that's what you want. And so it'll go and pull things, oh, and remember you're angry about this, and remember you're angry about this, and before you know it, you've spent most of your day being angry because one thing triggered you, instead of going, okay, why am I even angry about this, and letting it go, right? Is it something you can control? Okay, then how are you going to fix it? And you're not going to be able to make the right choice while you're angry. So calm down, let it go, and then think about how you rectify the situation, or how you make things better for yourself, or for whatever the situation is. If it's family, money, whatever it is you can do, what can you do? You can't control everything, you can't control everybody, you can't change everybody's hearts and minds, but what can you do yourself to fix things or to make things better? Or so and that's the thing. And maybe it's nothing, maybe it's you have to suffer through it for a little while, whatever. But if you're gonna have to go through a bad situation, is it better to have perspective, or is it better to be angry and miserable the whole time? So anyway, I just noticed that's becoming the common thing, where people, especially with social media and stuff, where people are just, letting anger rule everything that they do and say on there. And I think a lot of it too is because it's easy to get people whipped up and angry and stuff like that. And so a lot of people will do it for the clicks, or for the attention, or the likes, or whatever. They'll get everybody angry and frustrated, and then point the finger and say, well, you should be angry at this group, and that group should be angry at you. And then it's all stupid. Everybody's doing it for money or for the clicks or whatever. So stop letting this stuff make you angry and ruin your day. Life's meant to be enjoyed. It really is. Even the simple things. And when you're angry, that's all you can think about. You can't enjoy the things that that your kids are doing, or the things that are happening in front of you, or something funny that somebody says or does. You're all focused on, I'm angry about this, and I need to destroy that person or this situation or whatever. So it's just something to think about, is that if you're angry, try not to make decisions while you're angry and frustrated. If you can, step back and let it go and think things through, or give it time. That's one of the best things, is that give it some time, let more rational thoughts enter your head, more rational emotions, and then make your decision. Because most of the decisions when you make it the heat of anger, you end up regretting, because it's not a wise choice, basically. Well, but anyway, just wanted to share that with you, give you guys something to think about. And it just seems as our society ratchets up the anger and gets more and more mad, and people selling things get people more and more whipped up, trying to keep you angry. Just don't do it. Just enjoy your life, and it's much better to be happy than to be angry all the time. So anyway, do what you can, be good, and I will try to make sure I do a few more of these so I can let you guys know some of the things I'm learning and reading, and share whatever. And if you like them or don't like them, definitely let me know. Or if you want me to talk about a certain subject, let me know. My website or blog is begoodmen.net, and I've been posting these daily thoughts on the Be Good Men YouTube channel. There's not much there, but I just started it. Also, I posted the first podcast, and I'm going to try to record a few more this weekend. and just talking about the different subjects and the different things about the attributes of men, that chart that I came up with about, or the attributes of good men that I came up with, to try to give a baseline of, okay, what should we be focusing on if we want to be better. So anyway, hopefully if you guys enjoy this or you want to check any of that stuff out, go right ahead. There's a Facebook page as well, Twitter. I'm pretty much everywhere, so check me out. If you have any questions or want to contact me, feel free to do so. Or if you wanted to know my opinion on something or whatever, I'm definitely here to help and trying to change our hearts and minds and get us, to be better people. But anyway, I appreciate you guys listening to this, and I will talk to you soon.